Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of Drop Frames. Zeke, why do you look so... What was this? What? I can't hear you, Zeke. Now you're muted. God damn it, Zeke. Hold on. 4, 3, 2... Hello. Welcome to Drop Frames.
No.
I was waiting.
Thoughtful. I wanted to look like I was, I wanted to look more intelligent than I am.
Isn't this the SoFlo? You're from the YouTube world, Jericho. Is this the what is this called? That's a thing,
What do you
right?
mean,
In the
what is
YouTube
this
world?
called?
Isn't that a thing where if you do that?
I don't know. It's like a sex sign. Like I
thought that's like
date.
the SoFlo Antonio thing or something. Am I
It might be. I don't
that's
know.
like
It looks
where
like
you're
the
like,
lull. It looks like lull, dude.
What's
like the SoFlo things where he's like, yo, this is me when.
Yeah, that's the SoFlo thing.
Yeah.
This is totally me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
I just learned like this shit, whatever the fuck that was.
What?
I just learned that
this?
was the thing. Yeah.
I think that's really old.
What? This is, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like super old.
Tim already captured
I
that
just learned
meme
that.
and stole it.
Bro,
Of
Tim
course the
didn't
doorbell
steal
rings.
shit. I did that before. Man, fuck Tim. Honestly.
Did it? Did you? Maybe so.
I wish I could have.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Drop Frames. Co's gone for the week and probably several weeks as he's had a kid.
Thank God.
We've been told, the doctor says 5 weeks and this stuff, it'll settle down. Kids don't just settle, Co. I've never had one, but I know one thing. Kids don't just settle. You're on his schedule now. He's not on yours. So you're welcome back on the show, whatever you want. But until then, don't tell us lies, okay?
In the pool of people who would have been kicked off the show or, I think I was number one, so I made it. I feel good now.
Yeah. You're good. You're the survivor.
Yeah.
For now. We still have 3 or 4 episodes till 100, though. Then everyone's gone. Then I'm just going to...
Bye, Jericho.
Jericho just left.
Well,
This asshole. He's just gone.
Go.
He's leaving for no reason. What was that? Was that just you being you?
Bro, Skype just crashed out of nowhere.
Oh,
classic
It was just like,
That's
yo,
good.
we're done with this. I was like, okay.
there you go.
Okay.
So in his place, we brought Jericho and Krendor. And I want to say, I didn't think about this until about 30 seconds from the show. I couldn't have gotten 2 more different people in the world than Jericho and Krendor.
Why is
These
that?
are 2 people that would never interact on any level. They would never probably talk to one another. They're just polar opposites in everything that they do. And I love that
They'll
you guys
make a
are here
great
together
show.
on the show.
yeah, it's like the yin yang.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are the yin yang. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm here to
100%.
lower the excitement levels.
100%. We have a ton of stuff to talk about. Twitch has been announcing a ton of products this past couple of weeks. Zeke, you haven't been on a show for like 3 weeks, right? It's been that long?
It's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
Did you do a show after
I don't know
you
if
were
it's
in
been
Mexico?
3 weeks. I wasn't on the show last week. But I was on the show the week before, I believe.
Maybe it just seems so long because I moved. And
But
that
we
just...
didn't do a show the week before because you were moving.
Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks, I guess. Yeah.
It has been, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you've got a ton of indie games. Horizon Zero Dawn's come out. Zelda's come out. Which I don't know what that was about. I think that was
What
about
kind of noise
Horizon.
was that?
Am I alone? What? You don't sound like that when you orgasm?
Oh,
Oh.
that was an orgasm.
Yeah, I guess.
What did
Okay.
it sound like?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
fine.
know what that
Sorry.
What it sounded a little bit more like pain than an orgasm to me.
That was like a kidney stone orgasm.
It was painful how good that game was.
Oh.
It sounded like you opened the closet door and you hit your bare toe on it. Just
Okay, I'll work on my orgasm noise next time we hang out. All right.
You gotta work.
Well, now I know. So now I know that when I give you one, I know what to listen for. So that's good.
Oh God.
It's like, oh, he wasn't in pain. He actually was enjoying that. Good. Okay, I'm doing the right thing then.
Jesus.
Perfect. There's no way to transition out of this appropriately. So let's talk about Twitch Pulse, everyone, because this was announced. This is a thing.
It's a revolution.
Is it though?
A revolution.
Or is it
No.
just them bringing stuff to the front page that you kind of don't care about in the first place?
Yes.
It just looks like the follow page and the front page just had a weird baby. And
Yeah.
now it's just the actual front page.
Yeah, I appreciate
I feel like
what
they're
Go ahead, Jericho.
I was gonna say, I feel like they're really overestimating how many people use the front page. I can't remember the last time I've gone to the front page of Twitch. I have my dashboard bookmarked, and I guarantee that most viewers have like their follower tab bookmarked. You know, it's kind of like the people. It's not like the YouTube homepage where it has pretty much all of like your recommended videos, your subscribers, and videos that are trending. It's like Twitch homepage is like sponsored content. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where, if you want to see the sponsored content, you go to the front page and see who's in the first 2 or 3 spots. And that's
Even
it.
in YouTube, I just use my subscription like page tab.
Yeah.
It's like same thing.
I understand what they're trying to do with it in terms of making it like a pseudo social media type thing.
It would be a dope idea. Like, the idea is fine. It's just what they need to do is just fuck the followers tab, just move that to the homepage, put a whole like carousel of the people you follow underneath the sponsored carousel, and then just make it all seamless. Like right now, if I'm hosting you, I can click go to channel, and without loading, it just brings up your chat and shit. Do that. Why is that so hard to do?
Yeah. I do like this top games thing. Like, I like how that's broken out on the front page now. Because it wasn't there to begin with, but like this right here, these 6 things and the main title and this is what needs to be changed. This is the biggest thing and has been here forever on Twitch, and it needs an update. It needs more than 6 thoughts. It needs something else. Maybe like customizable. Like maybe you can set it to be like channels that you're following, or only sponsored streams, or only channels that you're sub to, or randomize my front page every time I view it, or something like that.
Yeah, but they're never going to do that because it's such a big promo slot. Like
it is,
it's a
without
guaranteed 4K views.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first spot is super, super strong. I was watching, a good example is Twitch's show Fanboys.
Oh, yeah.
Without the front page, it's around 700 to 1,000 views. The second it goes on the front page and sits in the top spot, it goes up to like 3 to 5K every week. And so that kind of shows you how strong that is. But
they're not like, those viewers aren't the core Twitch users. I don't believe. Like, I have a hard time believing that people go to www.twitch.tv are the people that are gonna be like, oh shit, Day 9. Like, I love Day 9. I hang out with them all the time in chat. Like, no, these people are like, I want to see some video games. What's going on?
Well,
like,
that's another thing. I would love to see like statistics on what actually happens when you're on the front page. Like, what type of audience do you retain? What type of subs do you get from that? What type of follows do you get from that? Like, what does that actually do to a channel besides just bump your viewership up for however long you're there? Because I really don't know. I don't know the amount of viewership that feeds into the channel, or the amount of extra stuff besides viewership feeds into a channel when you're on the front page.
I remember I had front page for like a few months back in fall.
Yeah.
And I remember like you get a lot of views obviously, but like I'd get the same amount of followers as like I do now. Like it wasn't that much different, or like just from people hosting me, like, oh cool, a host, and it's like the same amount, because it's like nobody from the front page is like really engaged. It's kind of like, what's this stream? They watch it and they're like, okay, what's this next one? And they just click the next one or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think adding something like a follow button on the front page on those streams would increase the allure of being on the front page besides just viewership? Like, I think people would probably click that instead of clicking into the stream and then clicking follow. It's funny how 2 clicks is a lot to think about on the internet, but it actually is. Like, getting people to go that mile is a lot.
Anything to simplify it.
Yeah. But again, I stylistically and aesthetically, I don't know what that looks like. Like, I feel like they would have to redesign everything.
They do. They have to redesign the front page to be a landing spot instead of a, like, it's like they think of it as like a doorway when it's not. Like, it's like yeah, you can go there and you can open the door, but like everybody's going to use here's a horrible analogy. It's like going to your friend's house. Like, if you're best friends, you're just going to walk on in, right? You're not going to go ring the doorbell, wait for the mom. You're just going to fucking walk in the back door, the side door, whatever. Like, the people that are supposed to be there and going to be the most valuable, engaged users aren't going to the front page, at least in our understanding. Like, we don't have that data, right? We don't have those analytics. So our guess is that if they fuse where everybody ends up, whether it's the follower page or like the game directory or discover tab, with the front page, then you saw both the both problems. Like everybody's going to use the same platform, whether they're new or old.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Someone brought up a good point in the chat too. You're not going to click follow. You're going to click create account. That's the first thing you're going to click if you're brand new to the front page of Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point.
So
Which
maybe
is in the top right.
So maybe the follow button follows on your new account, and then when you create it, that's first. Like I don't know.
I mean, nobody watches. Like, look at some of the shit programs up there, like Drop Frames and stuff. Why would anybody
we're always
click
front
on-
paged? We're always front
okay.
page during the week, but like a lot of this stuff is sold content. Like Roblox is like the actual developers. This.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know what show important is, but it looks to be another talk shows. Talk shows get featured a lot on the front page as well.
Show important sounds like it's from a country that is not the United States.
You're a show important.
Show importante. Come in.
Yeah. It's got Morag on it, so I think they're from the U.S.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, but it's very true in the sense that these 6 slots are people that have asked for promotion or they're sold, and that's all that goes there. So if Twitch loses that, I think they lose so much of what they show to potential buyers, and like this is what we can offer you in just raw viewership. Because when Twitch reaches out to a broadcaster, part of the reason why a broadcaster is super interested in it is because it means guaranteed front page if you're doing ad content through Twitch. Because that's part of what they're selling to these people is you will get front page, your name will be on the front page of a website that gets X amount of views a month, blah, blah, blah. And so that's factored in. So I don't know what that would do to those sales if they completely changed that and made it customizable.
But they don't even have to change it like that. The double carousel thing that I like, they can still have the default there. Just allow me, if you want to make this a landing spot for everybody, just allow me to customize a portion of it. It doesn't have to be all of it. I'm just saying you can still put the promo content default starting when you go to this page. I really would not care that much. As long as I'm able to just like, okay, let me click on JP now, and then it just loads it seamlessly into the front page. But you're right in that the way it functions right now, there's no way they can, there's no way that they can change it without losing a huge chunk of revenue.
Yeah.
Or what we assume is a huge chunk.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice to even have it like 2 sets of like show tabs. Like you got these tabs, right? Like they're already there, and then maybe right below it, like all your people that are live that you follow. So it's like, oh, I can click through them.
That'd be
well.
smart. Yeah. Because then they would still retain this for like sponsorship reasons, but yeah, channels that you're following and everything.
We really didn't really talk about Pulse itself like that.
Well, that's the thing is, this is Pulse. Like Pulse is bringing this feed into the front page, which is kind of creating their own social media.
But can we like the end goal is to keep users on Twitch. Like that's the whole point of this is to keep people on Twitch. Same with videos, playlists, etc. Like all of that is to keep the individual user on Twitch. This Pulse feed thing is fine, but it like adds nothing new to the content that I already post on Twitter, and it's fine, but it just doesn't get the traction that makes it even worthwhile posting. Like
right.
I think maybe 300 people see a clip when I post it in Pulse.
Do you, do any of you, I think from what I can tell here, because I saw this tweet earlier, Zeke, you have it connected to Twitter. Do the rest of you have it connected to Twitter? Because I don't.
Hell no.
Because I just post random nonsense sometimes, and it's like, I don't want that going on the...
And Zeke, what did the post do on Twitter?
It gave a fucking link.
It just tweeted a link to the Pulse post.
To my page, but also to the Pulse post. So when you click, if you go to my page and you click on that link, it's twitch.tv/Ezekiel_II/P/ blah, 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 blah. It takes you to my post. It says, hey, I'm live on JP's channel. But underneath it, you can clearly see it is taking you to my channel.
Yeah. This is another one of those things where I feel like I'm fine with the way they launched it. Like, it really is not a product that has negatives to it. I don't think there's nothing that it affects me negatively. But, like, how are you not going to have hashtag and @mention support from the get-go?
Yeah.
I mean...
That's true. It's pretty important, especially if you're pulling from Twitter.
Yeah, and it works in every single channel. Like you have the like hyperlink, whatever. So if I go and post I'm live on Drop Frames at itmeJP's channel, that's not a link. It's just a random handle that doesn't go anywhere instead of just taking you to JP's channel. So,
Right.
I don't know.
You think it'd be a good time to implement communities as well?
This man. True.
And what do you mean by implementing communities? How would you implement it?
Like, I mean, just like you could even hashtag that, like hashtag a community, and you click it and it takes you to a community.
Or just
like
allow a community to have its own feed, or just
exactly.
allow communities to have a purpose, or
yeah. Oh, by the way, we're under the Germany Loves Gaming community today. So shout out to Germany.
Shouts out to Germany.
Yeah, we love gaming with you guys.
I think they
as
do
well.
love gaming.
Yeah, they love gaming. It's true. The community was made for it. The other one thing that I do use this, and this Pulse is this feed, but whatever these are called, I forget the stupid Twitch name. These post here inside of Pulse, I've put my YouTube playlist links in there for all the shows that I do. That's the only use I have for them.
Oh, let me know, because you can track YouTube data through external sites, and Twitch comes up as one. Let me know if you get more than like 4 clicks on that, because
I'd be interested. It's been up there for about a month, so it might be a large enough data sample to be able to pull from that. But apart from that, like I don't know how broadcasters use this, and I really don't know how viewers use this Pulse thing.
They don't. Do any of you have comments on your shit? Mine allows comments. I've had no
comments on it. Yeah.
Not a single
like,
one.
Hardly any.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I don't really post on it, so I mean.
The way they market it too is like they really wanted it to be like a Twitter. The thing is, most of the Twitter accounts or a lot of them rather, that interact with me, sometimes I'll click just to see, and they follow like 400 people, and they have like 800 tweets, and they have 4 followers. Like they use Twitter to communicate with you, but not to share shit. That's the same, like, it's not a give and take relationship up here. It's like we post and a viewer will like, no viewer's going to share that to their own Pulse feed. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Also, I like Lyric's Pulse. He says, I'm pulsing and I have no idea what this is. That's actually has comments on it too. Only 30 comments though, for probably the biggest broadcaster on Twitch.
But how does he even have comments? I commented on my own. I was like, you guys can comment. You know that, right? No comments. I was like, no.
It probably has to do with the idea that if you are watching a stream, chat is on the right, the main view, the video is in the center, and there is pretty much zero reason to scroll down. Like there is nothing to be gained from a viewer to scroll down unless you want to know what's in the info section of the broadcaster.
Right.
Yeah, like I posted, I think it was like, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posts with it. And one post I said, does anyone read these? And I got 9 comments, and all the other ones had like 0 comments.
Yeah, and it's just like, hey.
This is another effective way is people put their schedules there. If they have a schedule that changes every week. I've seen that before. But
I posted a inline photo from Imgur, like just ripped from my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to do pretty well, like in terms of like feedback. So I mean, it's not like people aren't using it. Like I said, there's no negatives to having this feature. It's just it doesn't provide any positives right now.
Right.
That would incentivize me to use it.
And I don't know how to, like, I don't know a good way to say, hey, Twitch, you should add this. Like, I can't even comprehend a way to say it without being so rude in the way that I'm saying it.
I've had several conversations because I've had Pulse for like 2 weeks now, under the caveat that I had to, do a lot of promo.
I didn't know that. So I got it 2 weeks ago too, and I just tweeted, "Hey, the front page." And then I never said anything about it after that because I was like, "Oh, that looks cool."
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It just reminds me of like Bing.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not a good comparison.
Like compared to Google, like Bing, it's like it's there. It's not bad, but just I don't really use it because I'm like I just go to Google.
Yeah, a lot of the people like Verge and some other people or Variety, like a lot of people wrote up articles saying like, well, this is a really interesting move from Twitch. And I was like, everybody in the tech sector seems to see this as like a power play by Amazon to take on Twitter. And all of us are like, I mean, it's another place to post comments. Like,
wait, is that really what like the tech blogs are saying about? Really?
Go read like I think it was either Verge or Variety broke the Pulse story a day earlier.
Yeah.
And so like that, and they were like, yeah, this is really interesting, all this shit. But if anybody, is going to throw a wrench in the game, it's Amazon. And I was like, I feel like I'm missing info here, guys. Like,
yeah, that's kind of weird.
I have 3 friends on Twitch and all of them are my mods. Like,
that's a little weird. The other thing, and this has nothing to do with Pulse. I'm just looking at the front page because Pulse has affected it. I don't really like what is live host? I understand what it is, but like, is that beneficial to anyone? Is it people that you follow that are hosting other people? Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's what that is. All right. Hosting itself is great for a viewership bump, but it doesn't necessarily translate like into hard follows. Like, I don't know if people,
no, not at all.
Right, who stream even go through this, but you can see on your dashboard if you search by follows daily and then go to hosts, you can see how many followers you get from hosts. I had like, I have like Tim and Summit and Gold Glove and Fairlight all host me.
Yeah.
I think in the last 4 months I've gotten 200 follows from hosts. So like
you can track that.
Like, yeah. So it's in your Twitch stats.
Okay.
You just have to sort by host instead of geo. But yeah, it doesn't. It's a nice viewership bump, and you might get follows because people are like, "Oh, this guy's top of Overwatch today because Tim's hosting him. Let me check it out. Oh, I like it here." But like from the following page, like as in I'm hosting Drop Frames, you might get 3 people from my channel that follow you. It's just not.
Dude, thank you, Dex Bonus Dodger, for those.
Yeah, Dodger hosts a lot of people.
I get a lot of followers from Dodger.
Yeah, Dodger, dude. So here's the fucked up thing, Krindor. When auto host came out, I got a lot of auto host. I'm pretty sure she removed me from her auto host list, so I need to have a talk with her.
Well, we do have a like cool kid YouTuber auto host list.
Oh, okay, that's probably what it is. I probably got bounced from that.
Yeah, because you're not in our chat.
Yeah,
I got 21 follows from Tim's 5,000 person host.
I got it. Yeah,
12 hours.
Gathalion hosted me on Saturday or maybe Sunday for 10,000 people, and I don't know. That day was only like 200 followers total. And the viewership was.
You see how you.
Well, the funny part too, at least for me, psychologically, the host comes in. It's like, oh shit, thanks for the 10K host. 8,000, 7,500, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000.
Where are you guys going?
3,000, 3,500, 3,000, 3,300, 35, 3,000.
Well,
the numbers just start dropping.
It's because the people come back and they're like, I've made my lasagna. Time to sit. Oh, this isn't what I left.
Exactly.
God damn it. All right, let's find something else or turn it off.
Yeah.
Or they're like, shit, I left the computer on. Let me.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would love to throw out the most useless, but I'm happy that people do it, but still most useless feature in the world, the auto host for every channel. Because when I start a stream for 5 minutes, my entire chat is auto host.
Yeah.
No follows from any of them.
I think
guys aren't helping for shit.
I think that's bugged for me because I don't get the you have been hosted until I go offline. And then my chat is spammed by like 200 plus people who have auto hosted me for 0 viewers, which I don't really understand.
I'm like, thank you for like thinking of me, but in terms of like what it does for a channel, auto hosts really are a small, super negligible part of like the whole Twitch building your brand thing or whatever you want to call it.
Some people really like feel like they're just like, hey, I auto hosted you and you didn't say anything. It's like it's for 1 viewer and it's you and you're here. like okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, I guess.
I always feel a little bit odd too when people have the notifications of hosts that like pop up on their screen and it's just spammed with like you can tell the guy is just like host, unhost, because it's just constantly popping up notifications on their screen by the same person over and over and over.
Right.
But I don't know how to fix that. You can't say like, well, you can't host someone unless you have 10 followers. Because then, like, how do you, like, smaller channels will just have no, I think that's where hosts come into play is for the smaller channels. And like 10 followers when you're first starting out is pretty tough, especially if you know actually no one on Twitch. Like,
yeah, but you don't need to, but the host feature doesn't help in any way, shape, or form for that size. Like, it's one of those features.
I mean, one viewer is a lot if you're just starting out.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if you have, okay, I understand. Oh, I understand what you're saying. You can't, putting a barrier of entry for when you can and can't host.
Right,
people
would be bad for that reason.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
I mean, it doesn't. I don't care. It's fine the way it is. Like, whatever.
Yeah, it's.
I
fine
was just
for the
making
most
a
part.
comment.
Totally. But yeah, that's Pulse. Someone in the chat was saying, like, I wish they would add things like schedules or countdowns or some sort of like widget in the Pulse stuff that people could use instead of just text. Like, make something that is fun for broadcasters to use that is also good for viewers to see. Like, I'm going to be live in 1 minute 30 or 1 minute 30 seconds, 1 minute 29 seconds, etc., and just have a countdown and have that somehow like propagate the actual video player that you post into Pulse that pops up on your thing and it shows up in your video feed. Like, that would be awesome.
Where like you go to your phone app even and go to like Twitch and like schedule and it shows like people that are about to go live. You're like, oh yeah, they're gonna go live in like 15 minutes. I should like get ready to watch them.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. The only fear there is that people would set a ton of like, and maybe this is to their own detriment, so that's how you police it, but people would set I'm going live, and then their dryer starts adding time to the amount of time left on the dryer, and then you're 15 minutes late to your own show. So, so like I could see how that would suck, but you would just be alienating your own viewers then, and that necessarily doesn't matter to Twitch.
I can just fucking see you in front of that thing like, up? You went up? How do you add more time? You're a fucking computerized goddamn dryer. You felt the wetness of my laundry and you judged it 50 minutes. Now you're giving me 55. What the fuck?
That's actually what was happening in real time. And then I looked up and saw that my brother had a fucking photo of the Fantastic Four on his wall, and I got really fucking upset. I had to leave the room.
Oh, that's it.
That's fucking it. But yeah, like some sort of countdown, some sort of widget stuff that would factor into this Pulse thing. Because like they have the bare minimum right now. You can post GIFs in there. You can post YouTube playlists. You can post clips. You can post VODs and things like that. But having like actual things like a countdown or a schedule that somehow fits in that space that makes sense would be, instead of just text, like I'm going to be live at Saturday at whatever, like give us the ability to schedule that shit and then have that
That'd be cool.
Fill the actual video thing in our offline screen. That would be amazing if that stuff worked. I don't know how easy that is to code, granted, but that's the type of stuff I think would be beneficial to both viewers and broadcasters.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And that could go, I mean, there's endless ideas with that, besides just countdowns and all that stuff. So,
right.
But I again, with everything Twitch, I think it's a fine first step. I think they just have to add a shit ton to it. And that's kind of been the running gag, the running story with everything.
And it's only going to keep going.
Well, we just got the news with bits. We're now getting the gift bits. Every partnered broadcaster is getting a gift cheer stuff.
Awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah.
You can do static ones too.
Oh, you can? It doesn't have to be a...
Yeah.
It doesn't have
if
to
you
be
do
animated.
the show advanced settings, it'll like let you change it to just static. So you can do PNG, like non-gift bits.
Okay. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Yeah.
I thought another thing that was really cool about that post, or that email rather, was that Twitch went and had a list of animators from the creative section to contact if you didn't have anyone to contact.
Super fucking cool.
That's like, that is so smart, and using your own community to pitch a new idea and have people actually benefit from that monetarily, and have broadcasters able to reach out to that who don't have a clue or don't have a pocket artist to create all that stuff. That was really, really cool for them to do. And it seems like it's working out. Seems like a lot of people are getting some potential commission work for that.
People don't know where to go to find that kind of graphics work. I mean, it's different than 2D sometimes, depending on what you want to do. So I I saw that and I clicked on it. I have an animator, but I was like, wow, look at like this is a substantial amount. These guys are probably going to get some good gigs and return customers after the work's done too. So
Totally.
good on Twitch.
Yeah, that was a cool thing. We'll see those go live. I think the 15th is when all that stuff gets turned on.
Yeah.
I wonder what the ramifications of that will be for channels. Like, will it be a big like day one thing and then just kind of fizz out, or will it have lasting effect?
I don't think it'll necessarily incentivize bit tips as much as everybody would hope it would, but it definitely day one, yeah. Or people will use the animated bits just to show people off, like, hey, look, I got this fucking emote now. Like, try it out. But I don't think it'll be like Prime Day, you know?
Yeah, it definitely won't be like Prime Day will never happen again. I don't, unless there's something crazy that Amazon does.
God bless.
I mean,
God.
we
That was
might
a great time to not go to TwitchCon.
It really was. The people that didn't go to TwitchCon just, man, they just raked it in that day.
I was actually all right with it because I knew even if I was home, I wasn't gonna get like a huge bump.
Yeah.
But I definitely like advertised. I was like, sloppy seconds, let's go, give them to me.
Yeah. I'll always remember when that got announced, and I'm sitting next to Lyric in the in the actual auditorium after the announcement, and he pulls out his phone. He goes, "Dude, look at my chat," and it's just not like literally. I looked at the phone for about 15 seconds, and it's just nonstop subs, like sub, even faster than that. He's like, it's a pretty good product. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's pretty good, man.
What the fuck is that? You're not even live and just like getting thousands upon thousands of brand new subs. So that was a good day. For sure.
I love how it's unofficially Prime Day. Like, that's just what it was.
Prime Day, October. Was that? It was October last year?
It was October like 28th, or was it?
No, it was
earlier?
October
No, it was
2nd or 3rd, I thought. Wasn't the very beginning of October?
I don't remember when Twitch time was.
Yeah, when was TwitchCon?
I thought it was at the end. Maybe it's at the beginning.
Maybe so. It changed. I know it's different.
It was a day.
It was a day, for sure. And then they announced a brand new thing today, Collections, which is basically a playlist. Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you guys uploaded videos to Twitch yet?
I have not uploaded
No.
a single video because they're not, as far as I understand, they're not monetized.
They are not, and they don't. Josh OG and Tim have been uploading some. Josh is getting, last time I checked, he was getting about 3,000 views total on his videos, and his VODs get more than that.
Yeah.
So
Does he post to
I don't
YouTube
really-
at all?
Yeah.
Because I know Tim's been like.
Josh does, yeah.
Do they get pretty good viewership on their YouTube channel for their VODs?
I think Tim's highlight videos get like 110, 150. Josh gets like 30 to 40, depending on the game.
Okay.
I mean, like YouTube is entirely better at VODs and notifications, all that shit. So like, I just don't think there's no VOD notifications, are there? Or maybe there are now.
I don't.
There weren't
think
when they
so.
launched it.
Wait,
so
where? Oh, you have to click Collections. Oh.
I mean, it's fine. Like, I like that you can give a single link to people. I'm just still very ambivalent on uploading my videos to Twitch, especially when unmonetized. And even if monetized to an absurd amount, it's like the upload time the fucking cost on my bandwidth is more than the video will make. So.
Oh, okay. So it's basically exactly like the YouTube playlist. I was trying to figure out how to get that to pop up. That's kind of hidden. It took me 5 or 6 clicks, but maybe I'm just an idiot.
People are saying there's VOD notifications now, so that's good. That's a big step that they needed to do.
Can you like upload a video that you're going live and then go live and you got like double notifications that you're live?
Bro, this man, I'm gonna do it right after drop frames.
Wait, so every time
Yeah.
you go live, upload a video on both Twitch and YouTube,
Yeah.
so then they get a second notification because no one actually gets follower notifications anymore?
Is that what? All right. So can I just? I made a video today. Like, I actually, for the first time, I texted somebody at Twitch and I was like, "Listen, guys. Like, I don't want to be a little forward here, but I'm just wondering, like, is there a problem with push notifications for older or larger channels? Because I pushed live and for 30 minutes had 300 viewers, and I was like,
it never works. As far as I
was like,
understand,
what
it
the
never works.
fuck?
Like, I've never every time I go live, there is without a doubt, never fails, 10 or 15 people in the chat that are like, "Man, I never got notified that you were live. What the fuck?"
I think it has to do with older channels or like just bigger channels. Like if they have to push 920,000 emails every time I go live, okay, you get a little leeway there.
Yeah.
But like
Sometimes it just doesn't go live. Yeah, I've had that.
Oh,
happen so
yeah.
many times. I said it was like starting a lawnmower. Where you're just like yanking the pole. Come on, here we go. Going live soon.
Bro, that's exactly what it is. You're sitting there 2 minutes in, people are like, "Wow, he lied." I'm like, "No, dude. I see the transcoding. It's good." Like,
Yeah, I think for me, someone that uses VODs for all the roleplay content that I do, like I'll definitely have the editor make a collection of like, here is the Blades playlist or here is X playlist for all of that, because that makes sense. That's a useful way to do that. So that's cool. I don't know if it necessarily, I guess they had to make the announcement with the idea that it's a brand new thing, but it's kind of a big announcement for something that's not that major, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but I like it. I like the idea. I mean, I'm all for Twitch. The more that people spend time on Twitch as like a hangout spot, and which is obvious with like the friends and I mean, honestly, the store, not to jump topics and shit like that, but the more that Twitch is like a closed ecosystem where people spend time there, even when they're not watching a stream, the better for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm fine with them putting effort, and I love that they're going into VOD stuff as a person that does YouTube and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It's just all these announcements, and I'm like, okay, like we'll get there eventually. But like right now, I'm not that excited.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is the uploads have to be monetized for it to be worthwhile, I think. Like, until it's monetized, the incentive for a broadcaster to put that on Twitch compared to YouTube it's just not there. And so whenever that happens, I think you'll see a lot more broadcasters actually start to care about their VODs and their past broadcasts. Because right now it's just like, hey, I guess if you want to watch the last broadcast, you can, but I'm live right now, so why don't you just watch live? Because it makes more sense and I can actually interact with you.
I'm hoping that there's some sort of pivot in the next like 6 months where it really ties all these things together. Because I feel like we've got a bunch of pieces to a puzzle, and that center thing, and that whatever the change, it's just not there right now.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm just trying to think of like other things that I keep staring at this pulse thing, and I'm just like, what else can we do with this? Because there's really not much. Or what else can we do with like collections? Because there's really not much.
The games, like I know they're like buy games now. Like, are they going to tie that into the front page?
Yes,
maybe,
dude. Well, did you see the? Sorry, go.
No. I was going to ask, like, for someone that's been moving, I know that you can buy games through Twitch now, but is it only certain games?
Yes. So you want me, Zeke? I feel like I don't know what's public and not is my problem right now.
No, I was playing the Banner Saga.
Okay.
And there's a little link below my channel that says you can buy this game now, right on Twitch.
Okay.
Or get this game, and you click on it, and when I did that at least, it said this game is not available. I don't know why.
I
have no idea why.
I didn't know that was live yet, though.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. I clicked on it because it said there was a link right below. It said you can check this game out or buy this game. And I clicked on the link and it said like the title and it's like the box art and it said this game is not available. Maybe I'm fucking dumb, but that's at least what it looked like to me.
I don't know.
It's
not in the VODs. I can tell you that much. There's no buy Banner Saga now in the VODs.
I didn't know it was live. If it is live and it doesn't work, that's outstanding. The whole thing. I just don't know what they've changed from the last time they talked to me about it and like what they like the layout, the way it would function, the UI, what happens in chat, shit like that. So, I mean, again, it's one of those things that I'm like, great. It's a feature that somebody will use and it doesn't necessarily hurt anybody and it doesn't get me that excited. Like that's all I had to say.
Yeah. I also wonder when all of the like free with Prime stuff, which I think loops into this, will be more than Ubisoft games and some indies games. Because like right now it's been every Ubisoft game ever created. Right. And that's kind of like I can get the Ghost Recon Wildlands War within the Cartel pack right now for free. I can get the For Honor Twitch Prime bundle right now till March.
Watch Dogs 2.
There was Watch Dogs 2 stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Smite came out pretty big with the here and Hearthstone. Like the Blizzard stuff was super cool.
Yeah.
And that's hard to get. but oh, you got to download the launcher. That's right. I forgot
Oh,
there's a whole
yeah.
Twitch game launcher now too. But you don't have to use it. You can get a Steam key, right? Don't know.
I don't know. I didn't even. What does the launcher look like? Is it like an executable?
I've never. It's a desktop program like Twitch. Holy shit, guys! It's a Twitch desktop program thing. You just download all your games there, and you never leave Twitch, and everything's on Twitch.
Wait, are you serious? Are they like challenging
There's one thing
Steam
I
with
love,
that?
It's launchers.
Yeah, they are. They are challenging Steam, right?
Okay.
That was in their presser. I don't know what exists right now on.
Again, yeah, I missed that. I guess buy games on Twitch.
Only launcher, not Steam. The launcher is crap. Well, that's his word, not mine. No
Okay.
Steam key. There is Uplay key though.
You have to use the launcher. It looks like Steam. Huh.
Why? Well, I guess they really want to go after Steam, and it all ties into Amazon Marketplace and shit like that. You knew
Just
it was going to
boils back
happen.
to, like,
Yeah, I mean they've been.
boils back to, like fighting Google as Bing.
It's Uncle Bezos, man. He's coming out with
He's so smart. We're taking over the world. Yeah. I
mean, I've been saying that for a long time. I mean, I like it's the path to hell is laid by good intentions.
Yeah.
They have so many good intentions, like I would love it to be more centralized for sure. I've been saying that for a long time. I would like my VODs to make me money, so I don't have to go outside to YouTube and stuff because I was late to the YouTube game, so my shit doesn't get seen on YouTube.
Nah, you're bad at content.
And that's true. That I'm bad at content as well. I don't. No, I'm not kidding. Like I'm lazy as shit. I don't edit my fucking videos and stuff like that. I just fucking just upload them and shit like that.
Yeah.
But still, if it was, all centralized and localized, for me, I would like that.
Yeah.
It just has to offer something different instead of just being the same thing but reskinned.
Well, but then you have to think, dude, and that takes effort, resources.
It's much easier to copy something that already proven works than it is to create something in its own.
Look,
I mean,
YouTube
they only
does
did that
so
once, and that was Twitch. That was the actual website. That's really unfair. I'm so sorry. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. Steam does need competition, but but like Zeke says, where's that central thing that's like, oh, the ecosystem of Twitch? Like, this is it. Never leaving it again.
Yeah. It would be nice as someone that benefits from, as we all benefit from things on Twitch and staying on Twitch, it makes sense. I also, the idea of Twitch, when it first started, the viewer retention was like the craziest fucking thing to potential advertisers because it was so much higher than any other media source. So I wonder, like, if that's factoring into all of this stuff where it's like, well, we get someone to watch average of like 46 minutes a day on the website, but what if in those 46 minutes they click like buy this game on our actual website?
No, that is right.
It makes sense.
Like I said, it's all about keeping people on your platform. That's why YouTube switched their algorithm instead of views to favor watch time. It's the only thing that you see on your dashboard now. And that's why even with Twitch, when you go to your video stats, it has watch time there now. It's views are dope. Watch time is what makes people money. The longer they spend on your site, the better. That's why, like, even 2 years ago, I remember like the Twitch yearly report. They're like, and the average user watches 93 minutes of League of Legends streams.
It was fucking crazy.
Right. So that's where advertisers see value. And you're definitely, I agree with you. They're 100% like, yeah, we get the same watch time as YouTube, but this bitch over here bought 17 games in 5 minutes. What now?
Right. Right.
And
it only makes sense too for developers to jump all over that shit. Because if you launch a game like For Honor, for example, and you had 100,000 plus, 150,000 plus playing it on day one, and you slap a buy now button on that, of fucking course you want that. The amount of games you're going to sell through that just by the idea of a broadcaster having a decent time and, quote, influencing the fact that you want to buy this game, it sells the whole idea of what we do in the first place and why people are wanting to give us money to do this stuff. So we'll see. I hope that they're obviously considering all that stuff. They're obviously trying to keep everyone on the site. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see what else they add to it. Because right now it's bare bones for sure. But they're making strides. So that's good. That's good.
Applauding Twitch for doing things, at least, not doing things, whatever it is, just doing stuff. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. I just got more. People are commenting on my post now.
Oh,
There you go.
I wonder if I have a setting change. Hold on, I'm going to go to mine now. If I don't have any comments, maybe there's a setting that I had checked.
No, I've had comments on the longest time. They just now discovered that they could. Maybe it's hidden or something unless you click on the actual post and it like drops down. I don't know the process.
Nah, man, people hate me. I'm washed.
Maybe so. Maybe so. We got about like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes till break. So let's just go around. Zeke, you were in Seattle. Where was it? EECCC's, whatever it is?
E-triple-C.
E-triple-C.
We're calling it E-triple-C.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Emerald City Comic-Con.
Yeah. How was that?
Yep. It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I love doing these. I love doing those events because not only do I get to meet people outside of the gaming world that I really enjoy, talking to, like comic book people and the whole like nerd culture, celebrities, writers, artists, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go out there, it's totally business. Like I don't go out to party or, get wild or anything like that. I go out there, I do my job, I have a nice dinner, I go home to the hotel room and, sleep and wake up and feel refreshed and, all that kind of shit. But it was a lot of fun. I got to meet some really, really cool people that I haven't met like before and probably won't ever meet again. But I had a blast.
Like who? Who'd you meet?
I met Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund.
Nice.
That was pretty sweet.
He's kind of old, right?
Cast. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that dude's like in his 60s if he's a day.
I started to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to load the VOD, but it's not working. So it's funny when a twitch.tv/Twitch VOD just doesn't load. That's interesting. Who else did you meet, Zeke?
I met the main 4 voice actors for the Animaniacs. And
whoa,
they've done a lot of shit for Futurama as well and The Simpsons. Tress MacNeille, Maurice LaMarche, Rob Paulson, and Jess Harnell, who were, Wacko Yakko, Dot, Pinky and the Brain, all that stuff.
Greatest.
They were the best interview I've ever had. Those guys were like playful and they were happy and they were fun and they just talked about like how awesome their lives are and then how awesome they like get to do this. Like I got to, be literally hundreds of different cartoon characters for my job. That's my life. And it's fucking awesome. And they just were just like all about it. And they like sang a song while they were on there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They were really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Was this streamed on /Twitch or what?
Yeah.
I'm trying to like find interview segments. Did you only have like, oh, here we go. Found them. Who is this? Who's this person?
That is,
it's got a Cthulhu shirt.
That is, give me 1 second here.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
I know what he does. He's the writer for a comic called, he wrote a comic called Chew, which was really
Chew. Yeah, Chew's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. CHEW. That's him. Oh, come on now. I'm blanking on his name right now. John Layman.
There you go.
Yeah. John Layman, and he's got a new book coming out with Sam Keith, who is the artist behind things like The Max. And he did the first 7 or 8 issues of The Sandman, he's been around. So they're collaborating on a new book called Eleanor and the Egret.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've only read Chew. I know what The Max is. I've seen the toys of The Max. I don't know. The Max was like a Spawn wannabe, right? Is that incorrect, Zeke? Is that just
The Max?
Yeah.
No, The Max was it was weird. It was an MTV series for a while.
Okay. That's right.
It was about this homeless guy who lived in between 2 worlds.
Right.
And when he was in the other world, he was like this guy who was all in purple and he had these fucking yellow claws and shit.
Yeah. Okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember those toys were cool.
It was really like mushroom LSD kind of a trippy.
That was right next to Aeon Flux on MTV. I remember that.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah. Flux.
Yeah. Remember that show? That show was crazy.
Yeah.
It was terrible, but it was crazy for sure. Who else? Drop some other names on us so we might know. Did you?
That I think you're looking right there at Liz Prince, who is the writer of Cody and the Creepies, which is a new a new like more like PG-13 kind of comic coming out. It's about a punk band with a lead singer who is a ghost and that kind of stuff.
That's very.
I did know we did a lot of interviews like with people who were coming out with new comics and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah, they go to these events to promote it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then did you say Bender? Did you say Mr. DiMaggio?
John DiMaggio, dude.
Yeah.
John DiMaggio was a fucking, he was a boss too. That he was one of the last interviews on the last day. They showed this fucking commercial.
Hold on, like, what is this? What is this for? What is?
It's for Honor.
Oh, for their big thing at PAX East. I was like, what is Jerry doing in this pod?
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
It's their big like head-to-head battle, and this is them like the montage.
Yeah. Well, cool. It sounds like you had a fun experience. I saw. Was that Renee's first hosting gig?
It was.
Yeah.
Wow.
How was that?
Yeah.
How was that? I was working with Renee.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
She sucked. It was horrible.
Yeah. What? Fucking put me on the spot. If she
I mean, that's
terrible,
totally putting you on the spot.
What am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
No, she was great. It sucked because she was late to the first day because Delta
Renee.
or United, whatever, lost her fucking luggage.
Oh, okay. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Never.
She called up. She was like, "I'm sorry, Delta has lost my fucking luggage. It went to a different city or something." So she had no like clothes or anything.
That sucks.
Damn.
Dude, that traveling's the worst. Let's just all never travel. Again.
I agree.
I started 2 months ago. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so she finally found it, and then she got there, and she was great.
Here's a spicy question. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead. Maniacs interview together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Here's a spicy question for you, Zeke. What was, and I heard a little bit about this on Blades last night, I think. What was the worst interview that you had there? Maybe not worst. Maybe the most like stressful interview. Maybe that's the best way to ask it. That you had at ECCC or whatever the fuck it's called.
The most stressful interviews that I get are the ones that are more than, because usually the segments are 15 minutes, and if by chance there are ones that are like a half an hour, they can get a little bit like fucking stale like right away. Like
yeah. Oh, I know
like,
what that feels like.
Introducing what's coming out for shithead comics. Let's see. And you go through everything, and the guy in your ear is like, 12 minutes. That means you have fucking 12 minutes left, and you're like, gotta stretch, gotta fill some time here. Okay, so tell me your inspirations for this character. Yeah. And the guy's like, I didn't write it. I'm just here promoting it. Okay.
Yep.
What else can we say? So this guy kind of looks like Batman. Does he talk like Batman? Fucking pull it out of your ass. Those are the ones that get tough.
15 minutes is a long interview, man. Especially if there's not like too much to talk about besides the thing they're promoting. That's rough. So I get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
Oh, they had these cutouts for a segment that they did. I can't remember what segment that they did, but this is because the guy in the middle there, Jose Don Fubar.
Yeah.
He is pretty fucking good at impressions.
Oh.
So they had some like cutouts of him like Donald Trump and Batman and some other ones.
Gotcha. What was last question about that? What's the attendance like for this? Because I know you went last year, right? Has it grown?
I did not go to Emerald City last year.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was.
This was my first time at Emerald City. But as far as the attendance goes, it is. I would say it's comparable to. It's like between Chicago and New York Comic Con as far as like busyness and just clumps of people. Okay. I walked around like one afternoon for like a couple of hours just to see like what was up and check out some booths and whatnot. And it was pretty fucking busy, but it wasn't like it was nowhere near San Diego, and it was less busy than New York. But Chicago is my favorite because you can actually walk around and go, if you're deft on your feet, you can like through the crowds and shit. Like they actually is room to do that.
That's good.
But this one, yeah, it's busy enough. Maybe needs a little expansion, but it's not too bad.
Cool. You got you're hosting East this weekend, right? That's your next gig.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the
I will
new
be at
Twitch stage that DJ Wheat spoiled apparently last night.
Yeah, he fucking teased that last night, which was kind of funky.
I've seen pictures of it, like mock-ups, but I haven't actually seen the stage. But yeah, apparently brand new stage at East.
Yeah, brand new booth and everything.
Or yeah, brand new booth is what it really is. Yeah.
Which is dope. I mean, that's honestly one of the reasons I'm sad I'm missing Twitch. I was like, fuck, I get to hang out in a new booth? Oh no, I'm not. Or missing PAX. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I heard it's if the photos are to be believed, it is good. It is pretty cool. Pretty nice. Damn. I figured they would have launched that stuff at E3 though, and not PAX East, but I don't know. Whatever.
Did you see the actual stage where they host the shit? Is that different?
A little bit.
Okay.
I don't know what. Again, just like I don't know what is shareable and what is talk aboutable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably not. Krender, what have you been up to besides playing games? We got 15 minutes till break, so this is me. Just like Zeke said, we're talking to people and stretching time.
Oh man, I mean, I've just played Zelda, so I don't know. I've been in like this weird Zelda world, but I don't think we're talking about that yet.
We're not talking about Zelda yet. I know what you have been playing
shit.
that I'm curious about that we can spend 5 minutes on. You
What's
played the fucking new Banjo-Kazooie game.
Oh yeah, Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah, how was that?
Dude, it's really fun.
What
Controls are great.
What did you actually play? I'll go find the VOD. Like what aspect of the game did you play?
They gave people like a level from the game. Like I think it's like one of the first levels. And it's like this glacier Arctic type level. It's not like fully completed, I think, but it's like pretty complete. And so it's pretty much just a way of them allowing you to test everything. And like the controls are great. The like everything just reminds you of Banjo-Kazooie.
That's good.
And it's just like it does feel like the third edition of like the Banjo-Kazooie thing. Like if they were to make a modern like third Banjo-Kazooie, but they can't because it's obviously not it'd be copyright.
Yeah, they don't.
So
they
just made their own version.
Yeah,
but like it's really good. I'm more than happy with it because I've been going back and playing like the old platformer games. Like I played Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day and Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
After playing some of those, you really appreciate controls and camera angles.
I don't know how you
lot.
played through Conquer. That one I remember not being the best in terms of gameplay and controls.
Yeah, it's definitely not the greatest controls. In fact, the controls are really terrible. Like, you know how if you like jump and you're gonna land, you see a little shadow below you, like, oh yeah, I'll land on the platform. They don't have that.
Oh.
So you just kind of like, I hope I land here, and then you miss, and you're like, well, I guess I gotta do it again.
Yeah, that was.
But people have like such a strong nostalgia for it too. Like, how dare you bash Conquer?
Well,
So
they remember the
really-
funny jokes because they were a kid and they were making really raunchy jokes for kids back then. That's why that game is so popular. Didn't he show up in a game recently that like set the Conquer fan base ablaze? It was like a very short cameo. I forgot what game that was. Chat will correct me here. Tell me what it is. Because it looks like you're drawing a blank. But how's the music? That's the other thing from Banjo games.
Oh, music was great.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah, Grant Kirkhope. Grant Kirkhope did it. He's a really cool guy. I had him on my like little fishing show thing.
Really?
And yeah. And
what did you talk to him about while you were fishing a while? Just creating music?
yeah, I just talked to him about how he got started. Like he didn't get started making music till he was like 33 or something, and then he got his job at Rare.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah. And he said the first thing they did was like some game that was going to be a racing game, and Nintendo came to them. They're like, yo, we don't do anything that puts us in debt, so you better have your shit together. And he was just like, okay. And they took that racing game and like threw Diddy Kong into it, and it became Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh, fuck. That game was so good, dude.
Yeah.
God
so
damn, that
like,
game was
that helped
sick.
us. They're like, that helped us keep good terms with Nintendo. And then they were able to do like Banjo-Kazooie and everything else. And it was really cool hearing his story. Like, it was a lot of just like fluky type things that he'd be like, I wrote this song. And they're like, dude, that's great. Let's put it in a level. And he's like, oh, that was just like my demo. It's like random shit like that.
I mean, he makes some pretty good. If you've ever played the Banjo games, he makes some fucking pretty good jingles. He made Did he do the Donkey Kong music as well?
Yeah, he did that too. He did the DK rap. You wrote
That guy's a fucking legend, then, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. What a badass.
so
I'll have to.
yeah.
That's on your YouTube, the fishing show. Okay,
yeah, it's on my YouTube.
I'll have to check it out.
Uh,
This is the first level right here. How much actual gameplay was there? Like, what does a level consist of in terms of size?
It was pretty big. It has. It reminded me more of Banjo-Kazooie than actual like Banjo-Tooie, but I think when I talked to him, I asked about it too, and he said it's because in Banjo-Tooie and Donkey Kong, they did so much collecting that it just kind of put the game, the actual like level design and the gameplay, like it pushed it back a bit, and they don't want that. They want it to just be like a nice little compact thing where it's like, all right, I collected the stuff and I don't have to, switch to a different character to be like, I got to collect the green bananas now or some shit.
Yeah, that stuff's not fun.
Yeah. But it's, I thought it was great. Some people would tune in. They're like, level looks barren. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, but I also just replayed. Like all those old games. So I feel like a lot of people have nostalgia for it. Like, oh yeah, this level looks barren. It doesn't look right. I'm like, I played like the original Banjo-Kazooie. It feels the same. It has a lot of just open space in those levels.
Yeah,
And
rose
it's like,
tinted goggles for sure.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it a lot. And as someone who loves those types of games,
When does this come out?
Really excited. It's like a month from now.
Okay.
It's like April 11th.
Zeke, I'm also curious. Jericho, is this on your radar at all?
Hell no.
Okay, I didn't think so. This is like pretty much not your game. But did you ever play like the old Donkey Kongs or Banjo or anything like that?
I fucked around in like Conker's Bad Hair Day or Fur Day, whatever it was called. Like I didn't have a console until I was 12, but my friend had like Grand Theft Auto and N64 and shit. So every time I go over there, that's when I got to play. So not really.
Yeah. Zeke, what about you? Is this like I'm wondering if this is going to be like a big game or if it's going to be a niche audience, because it did incredibly well on Kickstarter when they raised the funds for it, but I just don't know if it's going to have like a shit ton of players that maybe stream a lot on Twitch, I guess is what I'm getting at.
No, I think this. I miss the Banjo-Kazooie, the Ratchet and Clank. I miss that boat, man.
Yeah.
Like all those like cool platformers. I played like Donkey Kong Country like when it first came out all the way through, and that was the last thing I picked up.
Tropical Freeze
The
was
only
really
time
good.
I ever even watched these games are when they played them on AGDQs or GDQs.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same, yeah.
That's true. This will
So
probably
I get a lot
get
of
run.
people when I'm like streaming them. I get a lot of people tune like, "You're not speed running it." I'm like, "No, I'm just playing the game." And they're like, "You're just playing the game."
That sucks,
Ew.
man. But were you streaming under the speedrunning community? Because then they would know if you're not.
Honestly, I just troll the shit out of them. I'm gonna go into the speedrunning community and have like the split times and everything, but play it at my pace. Like come in, like the split's like plus 3 hours. So it's like, dude, you don't. I'm just doing it my speed, bro.
I'm learning here, man. I'm learning.
PB, it's a personal best.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Going
I'm
for the
learning.
worst
time.
score possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it on.
What is this in his splits? It says peanut butter and jelly. Oh yeah, he gets up and makes a sandwich.
Yeah, he's gotta go eat.
And he gets faster though. He makes that sandwich pretty fast these days.
He just has a sandwich shop, like a sandwich little makeup stand next to his desk. There you go. You should do that. Do it, Krender. What?
Definitely do it.
Anyone else play a 5-minute, 10-minute game to talk about?
What are we talking about? Are we gonna talk about PlayerUnknown?
No, I want to, but
Okay.
Sorry, that came out wrong. I want to talk about it, but I have not played it. I don't think Zeke or Krender have played it.
I played it for a bit.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Let's talk
Yeah.
about it, because I am
All
definitely
right.
interested in hearing your thoughts on it.
Yeah, so I mean, I gave a lot of time into H1Z1, Arma 3, BR, DayZ,
Oh, totally, yeah.
and then the PlayerUnknown guys who basically pioneered this whole King of the Hill, Last Man Standing genre of shooter. They made this one, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, if you couldn't tell, and it's an Unreal Engine game. It's similar style. You get in a plane, you drop down. The biggest things. This was the first. Or the second closed beta. So they had like a closed alpha beta thing. Then they had one again this month for 2 weekends. And then they're going to do another one, I believe. And the biggest thing was H1Z1's this like hot game right now on Twitch. And only on Twitch. Nobody gives a fuck about H1Z1 on YouTube or even on Steam. there are more people right now, I guarantee it, watching H1 on Twitch than are playing it.
Right.
On
well, to be fair, they're not watching it. They're watching people bitch about the game. Like shit on the game. That's what H1Z1's become.
It is. Well, that's what it's always been, but now it's just Doc is the pioneer of shitting on everything.
Sure. Yeah.
So I went into it pretty open-minded. I'm always down for competitor. You know, you make my favorite game better, great. And the first weekend was rough. It was super laggy, like almost unplayable, crashes. I was like, why would you even have a closed beta for this? Like, this is fucked. Yeah, it was frustrating. The gameplay is incredibly different. Second weekend, they did a bunch of fine-tuning. The devs seem to be like super on top of their shit. They've been updating stuff. They threw in duo queue for the second half. Everything felt great the second half, and I actually logged about 16 hours in the closed beta just in the second weekend alone, playing with Josh OG and shit. The game has a lot of potential. Like every single game out ever, it has a lot of potential. I have hope for it, but like the play style of it, it's not H1Z1 where it's arcadey. You know, you get your weapons and then it's gunfights for the next 45 minutes. This is a very much a slow tactical loot, like make a planned approach. You're lucky, like you're having a beast game if you're getting like 6 kills that game. H1, people are getting 12 kill games normally. I think that it falls in the group of people who would play Arma Battle Royale or play DayZ or whatever. Slower pace, more tactical. Gunplay is super rewarding. There's a lot more to do looting wise, so I feel like there's more to fill the dead space. I'm not driving around looking for players the whole time. I think that it'll fall pretty firmly in the playable realm of like those types of games, the Battle Royale stuff. I don't think that it's going to directly compete with H1, but I got a lot of hope. It's fun. I had a lot of fun with it for being a closed beta.
That's good. Crinder, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I kind of felt the same. I don't play as much of those games, but I still enjoy playing them every so often. So like I know with H1Z1 it kind of got boring to me because all it would do is you just get your shit, maybe kill a couple people along the way, and then like get in a car and like stay on the border of the gas and just like slowly like move in until it's the end of the game, and it's like, all right, well here's the game now.
Formulaic and such.
Yeah,
I mean, like this, I'm like fucking breaching, clearing there's a guy like upstairs, I think, and Josh. This might be towards the end. I'm pretty sure Josh and me are like trying to root out this dude who's upstairs. But like, this game is more realistic. I'm not going to take 12 shots. I'm going to take 1. So, like that made it more satisfying because my life felt valuable. You know?
Yeah.
And even just like all the weapon mods you can add onto it too is really nice, which is really cool. My only problem was like a lot of the frame issues or crashing and stuff. But I mean, it's the beta, so it's like whatever. It's probably beta stuff.
Yeah, I mean that was the biggest thing. I was like, well, if they get their shit together, and so the devs actually have a partnered streamer dev Discord where they post updates, their change logs, they have a beta code request area. The devs have gone above and beyond what I've seen any other dev do, which is super promising, and especially with the changes they made. Parachuting in this fucking game was so broken. Like it was like a Microsoft PowerPoint, and then you just disappear, and then you'd appear under the ground. And I'm like, oh, but like within a week they had it fixed. So
that's good.
I mean, yeah, got a lot of hope for it. But like every game that exists, I have a lot of hope for H1. That game's been out for like 3 years and it's still shit. So do
you remember the parachute skateboarding in H1Z1? Did you ever do that?
Yes, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
God, that was so fun. God, that was my favorite part of the game, was just fucking skating around. No, not that. I would skate on the ground, and then I would like run over people while I was in my parachute.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, it was incredibly broken. And when you were in that, it counted your person as if you were in a car. That's how they handled it. So you would just run over and kill people, and so you could constantly go back and forth in this fucking parachute, going like, I don't know, as fast as a car, and just run people over nonstop in towns. As long as you didn't hit anything in your side strafing, you could keep going forever. So like I lasted till the very end of the circle, but then I came out of it because I had to stop moving, and I just didn't have a gun, so I was just running around with my hands up. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, you killed Loco apparently, dude. So the other nail in the coffin is this game has a almost flawless spectator out of the fucking box. H1 has been promising this for 1.5 years, and they still don't have it. So I'll play a game with H1. If you're playing duos and you die and it's like you're not top 20, everybody backs the fuck out because you don't want to just sit there and stare at a screen.
Right.
This game has spectate, and it has weather cycles that
really?
don't impact FPS. So 1 out of 10 chances or you have a 1 in 10 chance to get a rainy day game. Like, how the fuck does this work in closed beta better than H1? And that game has millions of dollars in funding.
That's definitely a trend with these type of games in terms of the early access stuff is whenever a new one comes out, they have what everyone wants for the current one that everyone's playing, then everyone jumps ship to that one. And it seems to be just kind of that cycle. So I'm hoping this game ends that cycle and is actually just like a good game in its own, besides just putting in there stuff that people have been asking for forever. And gotcha. H1Z1, which seems to be like the current game of this genre that everyone's playing. So have they said when this is going? What was that, Zeke?
I just want to say, like, I never have fun playing these games unless I don't play to win. Sure. And I just play for fun. Like I actually am not kidding you. I had the most fun playing H1Z1 that I've ever had when I was dressed up like a girl.
When you were doing Casey-tron stream?
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I get that. Yeah.
What reasons was it fun? Was it the idea that people, like, were you having social interactions with people or what?
Well, it's just going through the game, not trying to win, but talking to my chat, and it wasn't in-game chat. It was with my chat, just complaining as best I could in the character and stuff like that. Okay.
That makes sense. I get it. I understand.
I get it. That makes a lot of sense.
Jericho and Crinder, have they said at all, or do you guys know when this is going public, when people can download it or buy it on Steam?
They went up for pre-order, $30. I was like, "Ooh, that's $10 more than like the generic, like, I'm in pre-access, what's up?" But okay, sure, go for it. I think that, like I said, I think they're gonna do another beta. Maybe it might be open. I don't know. Next month.
No, I think there's one this weekend, isn't there? At PAX East, or during PAX East.
There might be. If there is, I'm playing again, bro.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah.
All right, I'm about it.
I think I saw Anthony and Player Unknown talking about it last night on Twitter, but maybe I'm mistaken. It does look good though. It looks fleshed out enough that it's. I just hope they launch. They make their money because a ton of streamers are going to be playing it, and a ton of people are going to buy it, and then they continue working on it.
They do have a solo and duo queues for the third week of the open beta. So I got to say, it's 4 weeks of open or closed beta, and each weekend is they only have it open on the weekends, which, by the way, super fucking smart marketing ploy, even if it's not, because everybody saves the game for the weekend, and everybody's streaming it. Like, that game had like 150,000 people playing it or watching it. I was like,
oh,
Jesus.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know the viewership was that good.
Well, Lyric obviously helped.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The 40 or 50K he had for sure. Well, then this game is going to sell well. I can already tell you that now. It's going to do very well on Steam for the first 2 or 3 weeks that it's out.
Yep.
Just because the amount of people on Twitch. Yeah. We'll see what happens to it afterwards. I might check out some duo stuff with this because I think Summit was telling me that. Whoa, that's a nice bug. What was that?
Hey, you know what, dude? It's a beta. I made a video, and it's like there's like 2 minutes of me going, "Well, it's a beta," like me like falling through the floor. It's a beta, like getting stuck in a room.
Yeah. But, someone was saying the twos in this is pretty fun. Because it's more like you were saying. It's more Arma-y than H1Z-E, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Let's take a break. I'll come back and talk about Zelda for a little bit with Krendor. Then we can have Jericho talk a little bit about Horizon Zero Dawn with Krendor, and get Zeke to talk about Banner Saga and the games he's been playing because he's got about 3 weeks of indie stuff. There's some news that we can cover too. Apparently the new Shadow of Mordor gameplay stuff is out. I haven't watched it yet, so I want to see what that looks like. And then probably some other news because it's been 3 weeks since we've had an actual show. So we'll cover all that and more. Don't go anywhere. More Drop Frames coming up right after this. We'll see you guys then.